Damon Heta, cheeky as ever, entering stage 2 of the Players' Championship Finals. It's a very warm welcome back to Minehead. We have got 9 more games coming your way from round 1. A very oblivious Mervyn King, which is probably a good thing. Did not realise that the Australian, whose flame-themed headgear seems to get taller every time I see him, was right behind there. Heta with a little jig behind the king. It is the 3rd seed against the 62nd seed. So you would probably expect this to go one way. But Mervyn King has had a pretty good record in this tournament. A 2-time finalist, once against Van Gerwen. The other one escapes my memory. And he's taking on an Australian in Damon Heta, who is still looking for a first televised title. He has reached the quarterfinals here a couple of times already, although one of 2 players who lost in round 1 as a #1 seed. That was to Ricardo Pietrezco a couple of years ago. Paul Nicholson alongside me, Dan McCarthy, for the remainder of Friday evening, round 1 of the Players' Championship Finals here on stage 2. I think we looked at the fixtures that we're going to be covering and we thought, this could be tight, this could be tight. We probably both expect Heta to win this one comfortably if it goes to the form books.
If it goes to the form books, Dan, because Damon is in better form than Mervyn. If there's one thing we've learned about Merv over the years, it's that when people start to write him off, he might go on to do something rather heroic, a bit like 3 years ago.
It was an unexpected run to the final.
128.
The lowest seed ever to get to the final, number 44. So he'd break his own record if he was to do the same. And there's almost a bit of sadness because
44.
This could be the last time we see Mervyn King. He's not qualified for Alexandra Palace unless he gets through the last shootout qualifier on Monday. And set to lose his
59.
tour card otherwise. So we could see the end of what's been a very, very good career for Merv.
Yeah, very good is somewhat fitting, I believe.
41.
Because there are things that Mervyn hasn't done in his career that he dearly could have. Some people may say should have.
50.
But if he retires without being a world champion, he will feel like he's left something out there.
Yeah, it's not for the want of trying. He's been to numerous televised finals. Beaten by Van Gerwen in the 2012 Grand Prix, the launch pad for the Dutch Green Machine's career. Beaten by James Wade in the Masters final, the infamous really final.
A lot of people tend to forget
39.
that he made it to the Premier League final as well. Beat Phil Taylor in the semis in 2009 with a very famous 115 checkout. And at that point, everybody
97.
thought Phil was bulletproof. And Mervyn proved that if you do the right things at the right time, you can beat even the best players that have ever lived.
81.
Some things haven't changed over the years. Still using red stems, still using red flights. But I think a lot of people, especially around about this time of year,
Mervyn,
they get somewhat sentimental. We don't want to see the back of Beaton in Wigan. We want to see him at the Palace. We want to see the King at the Palace as well.
32. Damon, you require
Trust Charlie's
80.
judgment that that was a score of 32. Damon Heta wants 80. Treble 20 was the aim. Big safe single. Has to move across. Chooses to go left.
60. Mervyn, you require
Doesn't land
112.
it where he wants.
Mervyn's all about leaving double 16. And he's missed a single 12 there. So he's not going to get a shot at a double at this visit.
75. Damon, you require 20.
Well, That's 2 errors, 2 big numbers missed. Double 5 for Damon to break the throw. Poor dart.
16. Mervyn, you require 37.
He will despise it. Just in the 5 to get the shot at double 16.
29.
This first leg has taken quite some
Damon,
time.
you require 4.
Not a good start for either player. Damon Heta does tidy it up.
Damon Heta.
When you are winning legs on double 2,
first.
it's usually a sign that there have been problems on the outer ring.
Or you've decided to hit 180 from 184, which doesn't happen a great deal. But if you're eagle-eyed looking at Damon Heta tonight, you might see that he's got a new moustache, growing it until the end of November for the famous Movember charity. But if you look closer, it's actually in the shape 57. Of a Batman symbol. I'm not 100% sure as to why he's done that, but it's an interesting idea.
I think we've probably
59.
gone beyond the point where we inquire what's in Damon's mind. We'll just let him crack on with it.
Does that mean that Alexandra Palace is going to turn up in a Batman suit?
$45.
It's been quite lethargic, this game, even at the 1.5 leg stage. Someone's got to take this game by the scruff of the neck, even
100.
Just about 3 or 4 minutes into it. It's quite tepid.
Yeah, it's that awkward slot, really. First in the evening.
100.
Not usually enviable to open the show, but Damon Heta is hoping to establish some sort of big advantage in this leg.
59.
Here's one for you, Dan. If Mervyn doesn't win this game, what does he do? Does he stay here for a day or two, then go to Wigan? Or does he go to Wigan straight away and stay up there for a couple of days before the qualifier? That's a bit of a quandary.
Well, we know that Mervyn is a massive practicer.
64. So Damon, you
if he
require
can get up to Wigan and
143.
find somewhere to throw his darts, that might be the best course of action. Treble 18 was the target to leave double 16.
95.
Mervyn a long way back.
$45. Damon, you require 48.
You can't leave Damon Heta in this corner. He's almost inherited Merv's tag
Damon Heta
as the best combination shooter with a double 16 at the end.
On.
That's what Merv used to do better than anybody. And I mean anybody.
$135. $100.
Merv moves across. Mercifully.
135.
That's a bit better.
$134.
Damon's season has really been quite something, hasn't it? Comes into this as the number 3 seed.
86.
That's because he's a multiple-time winner. But the amount of times he's been eliminated in round 1 this season, minimal.
140.
That's what makes him so consistent and why he is a top 10 player, because he very rarely loses early.
It's almost a guaranteed £1,000 every Pro Tour he plays. A lot of Mervyn's darts are going low and left. This is already a big problem.
119. Damon, you require 127.
At least he's got down to a double, even though it's not a favourable one.
87.
That's a good layup.
Mervyn, you require 26.
He is going to go for it. And why wouldn't you? It's a nice position on the board.
Mervyn King. Fourth leg, it's Damon to throw first.
Something to work with. But you're right, a lot of his darts are going low and left. But as this game starts to warm up,
140.
He probably won't have the luxury of any dart going low and left.
And that's better. He's almost overcompensated. The second dart.
83.
As for Mervyn's season, towards the end of the Players' Championship schedule, he was starting to pick up a few
60.
results. Squeezed in the field in the last few events and remained in the top 64, but wasn't able to do enough to get into the World Championship, just like Steve Beaton.
100.
So the two of them are going to that qualifier in Wigan on Monday. That's going to be the most illustrious PDP qualifier ever, because you've got Whitlock, Beaton,
135.
King, and a lot more.
Vincent van der Voort. Jelle Klaassen.
Absolutely. And that's ahead of Vincent taking a year off.
100.
I think it's fair to say they'll all be hoping for, I say this in quotation marks without any disrespect, kind draws.
I'm not going to sit here and say that there aren't any kind draws.
Mervyn, you require 138.
Some are kinder than others. 138 for Merv. Damon had a shot at 80 a little bit earlier in the match. Wasn't able to find tops. He's going to get another try at it.
122. Damon, you require 80.
Will it be a different outcome this time?
Game
Yes,
shot on
really
the fourth
pins it.
leg.
Damon Heta.
Damon Heta.
Re-establishes his two-leg advantage.
Game on.
Mervy's back in this tournament after a year off last year. It was the first one he'd missed since its debut back in 2009.
Meaning he's played at every venue this tournament has ever
140.
been held at. Doncaster, Minehead, Coventry, Circus Tavern. He's played at all of them.
140.
And there aren't many players who can say that.
$140.
Starting to turn up the heat now is Damon. He will feel this is a game he should win. And he doesn't want to go through that same rigmarole of when he lost to Pietreczko a couple of years ago.
30.
It's going to be Chris Dobie's turn to shoulder the pressure of being #1 seed this year. He's on the main board tonight. The main stage.
57.
He's up against Nathan Aspinall in game 3. We've got Johnny Clayton next against Florian Hempel. That's an interesting one for the Ferret.
Banana skin
90.
sort of game.
Damon, you require 164.
Merv will feel like he slipped on a banana skin if Heta takes this out. Bullseye.
139. Mervyn, you require 145.
Superb attempt. Mervyn might be looking at 4-1 down now.
65. Damon, you require 25.
8-8 for a 3-leg cushion.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Damon Heta.
Merciless from the heat.
6th leg, it's Damon to throw first. Game on.
That's what you've got to be like. You're going to go up against opponents who have got their troubles.
96.
No matter what their form, it's your responsibility to take them out.
Well, this game right now, going as you'd expect it, because if we just go by averages this year,
100.
Heta's 3rd, King 104th. He's not even averaged 90 for the season. So, in some respects, it's a pretty good achievement that he's got here. But you're not going to go far with numbers like that.
I would agree. No player is eternal. There will come a time when decisions
40.
have to be made. And I would not be shocked come Monday if it was Mervyn versus Steve Beaton for a place at Alexandra Palace. I would not be shocked by that.
There's that low and left dart again.
26.
It's a completely different story to the last time they met on the stage. It was the year that King got to the final against MVG. Averaged a ton against Damon Heta. How much can change in 4 years?
140.
That was a brilliant match. Just a brilliant run from King at that time. Times do change, and Damon is in full command of this. After the sketchy start, he's the one who settled.
Double 16.
Game shown the
5-1 Damon Heta.
Damon Heta.
And to be honest,
this
is too easy right now.
Game on.
There's a disparity in the averages of 13 points. And every now and again, that is something you can bridge if you time your shots right. But when you're averaging 80 against your opponent doing 93, that is a very uphill task. Which match are you looking forward to the most tonight, Dan? Which one sticks out for you? Because we do have to mention the fact that Michael Smith has had a change of opponent.
Yes, Nick Kenny stepping in. We'll go into more detail on that when the time comes. I've got to admit, I'm looking forward.
58.
Maybe a case of saving the best till last. I think Ross Smith, Dimitri Vandenberg could be a cracker.
I like De Decker against Veenstra. I'm all over that game. That is
100.
Something I would pay to watch.
$93.
A double switch there from King. Picking off the 18s, but it only just gets him in the same neighbourhood as Heta, who has the darts and the likelihood of winning this one in 7 legs.
134.
When you do drag darts over to the left like that, what would you say is the main technical fault and reason behind it?
It could be a few things. It could be a rotation of the upper body. It could be a late release.
59.
It could be bad alignment. It's hard to diagnose when you're not getting a 360-degree look at someone's throw. It might just be a timing thing. But the timing for Damon
85.
right now would be prime
Damon, you require
to get rid of this game and
112.
have ultimate rest ahead of tomorrow.
Treble 20. Wasn't too far off. So Mervyn
60.
may need to take out 136 to stay alive. And to be honest, on the basis of play, it doesn't look likely. Prove us wrong, Merv. Prove us wrong. Typical, really, and Merv can see the funny side at least.
He's got 61 left.
125.
But that might be the last dart that he throws.
Damon, you require 52.
On a PDC stage.
And it's a plumb bullseye. Maybe a poignant end as Damon Heta ends Mervyn King's Players' Championship Finals campaign.